Hello everyone, welcome back to the course Introduction to Farm Machinery and Implement. Today's topic that we are going to discuss is benefits and limitations of farm mechanization. So in the previous class, maybe the third lectures, we talked about scope for farm mechanization in India. So what are all the areas where India has a huge scope for mechanization. In this class or in this session, we will be discussing about what are all the specific benefits and limitations which are associated with farm mechanization. As far as the benefits of farm mechanization is concerned, so these are all the benefits. There are several benefits are there. Let us go one after other. The timeliness operations. By now, you all are very much aware about what is mechanization is. Mechanization is nothing but applications of engineering and technology in order to do the work in better way with high time efficiency with high input efficiencies. So the timeliness operation is one of the biggest benefit that mechanizations offers. Because of machines, we perform work at faster rate. If we use the tractor along with the attached implement, we can plow the land. If I take an example of cultivator, with the help of a cultivator and attach it to the tractor, we can plow 1 hectare of land hardly about 1.1 hour to 1.5 hours of time. If we do the same with the animal drawn implement, 1 hectare of land with 1 pair of bull animals with 15 to 20 centimeters width of plow bottom, it may take at least of 6 hours to 7 hours in order to complete plowing in 1 hectare of land, and that's how the timeliness operations is achieved from the farm mechanization. The second benefit is precision of operation. How it is precision the mechanization is? So mechanization help us. If I take sowing as an as an example, so with the help of different type of machines and equipment, we can sow the seed at right depth in the soil, and we can manage the definite spacing between the seeds or between the seedlings. We can also sow the seeds by maintaining the correct seed rate, and that's how we will achieve the precision. So that is again true in case of plowing also. So with the help of tractor attached tillage implement, we can able to plow the land throughout the field at uniform depth. So wherever you go and dig, the depth will remain same. If you have set the plowing depth for 15 to 20 centimeter, so throughout the field the depth of plowing will be 20 centimeter only. So that's how the precision you are going to achieve. When it comes to the harvesting machine also, so if you set your harvesting machine in such a way, it will harvest the crop above the ground at uniform depth throughout the field, and the operations is already being done at faster rate. Timeliness operation is being done. At the same time, it also ensures a precision in while doing operations. The next is improvement of work environment. How it going to improve the work environment? Earlier, if we when my fathers and my grandfathers, while preparing the land, they used to depend upon pair of bullocks or buffaloes, or sometime horses. European continent, they completely depends upon horse for plowing their land, preparing the seedbed for sowing purpose, and thus in such cases the environment was not good. So they used to work in rainy, they used to work on under the very bright sunny days. They supposed to do work in cold winters as well, cold winter days as well. So that environment was so harsh to them, and as a result the work output was not up to the mark. So with the help of mechanization, we can do the work throughout the day 24/7, raining no matter for certain kind of operations, bright sunny days no matter for certain kind of operations, cold harsh and heavy winter days no matter, we can perform the work with the help of a machine. That's how it improves the work environment. So it also enhances the safety. How does it enhance the safety? So of course it enhances the safety. This point may be realized whenever we expose ourselves to apply pesticides and insecticides over the plants. So spraying insecticides and pesticides. So pesticides and insecticides, they themselves is a poisons. They are poisons as far as human beings or animal beings are concerned. So that's why the plants will die. So whenever we apply chemicals, pesticides and insecticides into the while we applying those chemicals over the plant, if we are not protected well, if we inhale such droplets which may come along with the air which we inhale, so that obviously makes the users or the farmer or labor going to be ill in future, or they may be sometimes fatal, they may cause death as well. So with the help of machine, so we will keep the distance with the we will keep the distance from the point where the chemicals are applied over the plant into the where we will stand, and that's how the safety will be ensured. So there is a reduction of drudgery of a labor. Of course, labor are relieved from all tough jobs he is used to do, and that's how the drudgery will be reduced. And there is a reduction of loss of crops of and food products. Because of machine, we can sow the crop timely. No much time is required between the when the first crop is harvested and the next crop supposed to sow. In between this, there is if even you have a less amount of time, like hardly week or 10 days, so within that period you can easily prepare your land for the next season and you can go for sowing. There will be no delay in sowing if you have a higher level of mechanization. If it is not possible, if you are not having any kind of machines, any kind of agriculture machines or any kind of mechanical power, because as I already told you, the plowing is the biggest farm operations. It is very energy intensive as well as time intensive. So if you are using the machines or the your mechanization level is high, then you can do operations at faster rate, and that is true with the harvesting season as well. If weathers are not supporting you, I mean the crops, there is a predictions of cyclone about to come, but your crop is ready for harvesting, and if not harvested in next 2 to 3 days or in a week, so it may stuck or it may expose to the coming cyclone and all. In such cases, if you are dependent on human power or animal power for performing all those operations, you may suffer. So there will be a yield loss. If you are of a mechanization, I mean you have a machines like combine harvester, reaper binder. So these are all the machines which used for harvesting operations. They perform work at faster rate. Machines like combine harvester, it combines many operations in one pass, and that's how in 1 or 2 days you will get all the crops. So that's how the losses will be reduced because of mechanization, and it also improves the quality of product. So there will be increased productivity of land. So land's productivity will be increased. How it is increased? It is increased through having more crops per land in a season or in a year. If you take 2 crops or three crops in a year, so that's how the productivity of land will be increased. That is only possible if you have a sufficient level of mechanization. So there will be increased income or a return to the farmers if you take more crop, and if you reduce the reduction, I mean if you reduce the losses, meanwhile through use of machines, by harvesting at right time, sowing the crop at right time, applying inputs at right time. Inputs may be here like fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides and all. So that's how the yield will be optimized. There will be more production and productivity as well, and that's how the farmer will fetch more returns. So there will be dignity of farmers. If you earn more, is he will be in he live his life in better way, and that's how his dignity will be improved. And there will be progress and prosperity in rural area. So the poverty level will be brought down because everybody earn more, and their spendability, affordability will increase, and that's how there will be a prosperity at rural areas as well. So this is how the benefits of mechanizations will be realized through these 10 points. The next topic, whenever we talk about benefits, there will be a limitations also. So whatever the matter subject you take, if it is offering benefits, there will be limitations with that also. So similarly with the mechanization, there are some limitations. which hindering or which preventing us to have more level of mechanization. The first one is small land holding. As I was saying in the one of the previous class, so in India, so the land is being being fragmented year after year, decades after decades, and generation after generation because of dividing system. So in a family, if there are two sons to their parents, as they grow up, they have their own separate family, and that's how is parents land will be divided among these two. And in future, these two children will grow up, and then individually their land will be fragmented. So fragmented land is always prevent machine mechanization. So machines do require a area, non-productive area while they're performing in the field. So if you keep non-productive area out of the fragmented land, there will be a very less amount of productive lands in that particular area or in the land with the any owners, and that's how the fragmented lands or small lands keeping farm mechanizations away in Indian scenario for certain reasons. So there is less investing capacity of the farmers. Again, farmers are having lesser investment capacity. They are unable to invest on the new machines, and that's how the mechanization is not up to the mark. And we are unable to achieve or not able to achieve the desired level of mechanization since last two decades. And there is a labors available. Sometime the amount for which the machines are available in the market, or it is available for rent, with that amount we will easily buy a laborers who can do the same work with the same potential. That's how somewhere the mechanization is also not growing as we desire because of unaffordability of machines. People still relies on animals and labor power, and that's again the reason for lower level of mechanization. There is a lack of suitable farm machines for different operations. That is true. That any plowing implement which we use for plowing the land in dryland agriculture is not suitable for wetland agriculture. Wetland agriculture requires some specialized equipment. Similarly, if we design any weeder for certain crop, if I say for the paddy crop, that is not that equipment will not work better with the other crops. So other crops demands a different type of equipment for it. So like that, different type of equipments are required for different type of crops, and that makes the mechanization level difficult. So lack of repair and servicing facilities are also there for the machines. Whatever the machines which are there at the rural area, whenever they gone wrong or they do require a repair and maintenance, we need to bring those machines into the cities where technicians are available to look into those machines and rectify what's. So that is also people are frustrated with such kind of facilities, and that's how they are not going with the special kind of or improved equipments or machines. There is lack of trained manpower at rural area. So people don't know how to use improved machines. If I take an example of drone technology, so drone technology is emerging like anything in nowadays. Particularly in India, government of India is giving more emphasis on using drones for agriculture activities, but who will going to operate it? So drone pilot, we call them local drone pilot. Drone pilot needs to have a training, specialized training, because these kinds of equipments are more delicate. So such technicians are trained manpower is very low at rural area, and that's how the mechanization level is not reaching high as we desire. So lack of coordination between research organization and manufacturers. There are many government organizations. It may be central universities, it may be state agriculture universities, it may be Indian Council of Agriculture research institutes, or maybe some other NGOs who are working on developing new machines or modifying existing machine in order to suit them with the current agriculture. But those developed machines, those modified machines are not coming to reality because of less coordination between the researchers and the manufacturers. Again, there is high cost of machines. Some machines are too high in cost. Drones, so drones comes at 8 to 10 lakhs per unit, where they can carry only 10 kgs of weight. Combine harvester, you need to invest at least 20 lakhs per machine. So that's how everyone can't afford those machines. So one of the another reason which limiting the level of mechanization in India is the high cost of machine. So there is an inadequate quality control of machines also. Some machines which are available in the market, which are being brought by the farmers under subsidy, but their durability is not up to the mark. So their life is low, and that is also discourages farmers going going into the mechanization. That's how the level of limitations for farm mechanization can be realized through all these 10 points. So there are some suggestions for farm mechanization. The suggestions are like to develop a national policy on farm mechanization. There is a need for national policy formation, where it encourages level of farm mechanization activities at rural area. And there are some initiative government is already taken up, like there is a spam submission for agriculture mechanization, that there is a separate mission for encouraging and promoting agriculture mechanization and use of machines in agriculture sectors, and such kind of activities must be brought into reality. So there is a needs to establish an apex body to implement the national policy of farm mechanization. So this may provide a basis for industries to plan their capacities, sale and servicing of their equipment. So sometime what happens, there will be a huge demand for such machines, but it is not available in the market. Some equipments are largely available in the market, but there are no one to buy it. Therefore, to make a balance between these two, there is a need of apex body which can monitor development of productions and the sale and servicing of this equipment. So there is a need to open training centers for imparting training into the farming communities, for the engineers, for mechanics who provide service facilities, technicians and operators. So then only developed machines, that too high cost, high hand, applied technology incorporated machines, can be used at ease and efficiently at farm level. There is there is a need to start testing and evaluating centers from farm power and machinery at regional basis. As I was saying in the one of the previous class, there are 4 main farm machinery training and testing institute all over the country, which are located at 4 prime points in order to facilitate this facility into region wise in India. One is at north, another one is at south, one is at the northeastern, and another one is at the center of the India. In addition to them, there are many small farm machinery testing and evaluating centers are operating, which comes under state agriculture university, ICR research institutes and central universities as well. So they do conduct testing and evaluation of machines and equipment which will be manufactured at local manufacturers by the local manufacturers. So there is a need to establish adequate centers for repair and spare parts machinery, spare parts availability. So many machines, like earlier days when that baler machine was introduced into Indian agriculture. So many parts of such straw baler were not available. Because we depends on its import. So that made that made them not much so popular. So such kind of things may be reduced. In a sense, what I mean is there must be a more repair facilities available at local, and spare parts of all kind of farm machineries must be made available at local. So there is a need to reinforce tractor testing station on the line of international testing station. So international the testing level must be like match with the international level, because there are some tractors which are quite popular in Indian agriculture, like John Deere, New Holland. So they are not a native Indians, they are imported one. So sometimes we can't match them with the Indian standards. To improve the industrial policy and maintaining the better quality of implement and machine is also required. There is a need to improve the industrial policy, so that industrial policy will help to maintain the quality of the implement and machines which we use in the field of agriculture. So agriculture engineering extension education is needed because as we know many research are being taken, and as a result there are variety of machines and equipments are available to use for use by the farmers, but they are not reaching to the ground. So there is a lack of extension education. So therefore agriculture engineering extension education kind of service may be brought into reality, where technologies developed may be can be taken into the ground or into the real users. So there is a landless worker, they do require financial assistance to own hand tools to improve their earnings. So there must be some subsidiaries or financial assistance given for landless workers and landless laborers in order to buy hand tools, improved hand tools, that too far. There is a post harvest technology, there is a improved post harvest technologies which needs to be developed. As far as product processing is concerned, we are not up to the mark. So huge amount of perishable products are spoiling every year because of lack of post harvest technology, and there must be more attention to be taken in this line. So there is a need of having customizing system in order to encourage agriculture in rural area, because everybody can't afford all the machines. Sometimes they need to take machines on rent basis, but those machines are not available in his locality. So therefore customizing may play a vital role there, where one unit will have a variety of equipments which can be made available for the farmers on rent basis. So this is how. So there is a suggestions, these are all the suggestions that one can, India needs for achieve in order to achieve higher level of mechanization. So these are all the some of the readings you can go with for better deeper understanding of level of mechanization and different type of machines play a vital role in mechanizations. Thank you all.